Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah, Mark's hating on his fast. Becky Nish on the man. Play with two like a lions. Household a dangerous alliance. I am a nightmare like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critique, and I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
Podcasts these days.
This is Leo Rush, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, and you are listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is Austin Theory of Evolve, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is AEW's Darby Allin, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House and my man Michael Hutchison. That's Mikey Hutch. This is the People's Podcast. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boys, Khan and Hutch, ready to give that work when it comes to this profession, wrestling, business. That is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And ooh, where is the clock? I'm checking the time because last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest, because we hit them with that wireggity, round the clock. You guys already know what it is. Oh yes, the director's in the building. Me and Hutch about to kill him. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fantastic, man. It's great to be here, live. We got a pretty stacked room from what I can see.
Niggas up in here, bro. It's the people.
All the heathens, and actually we already got some feedback from somebody. Apparently somebody out there wasn't a fan of the pop locking a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to give you a little bit more.
Pop lock and drop it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, you want the smoke, you getting all the fire.
All of it, bro.
Miss Mermaid, yeah, that's right. I'm calling you out.
Oh, man. We are here for another action-packed episode of In Your House. And this is a very special episode. And we want to just jump right into it. And, you know, it's a great Thursday evening here at Dragon Hordes Coin and Gaming. And when you guys listen to this, it'll be Friday morning, 6 a.m. So put In Your House in your ears while you're driving the kids to school, or maybe you're just driving to work. Hey, we're here to give you that work. And man, you know, since it is a Thursday, we're doing the Facebook Live podcast, and we love to do it. It's one of my favorite times of the week. And because we're doing that, you know, we have our other host here, and man, that is reporter Drake Kennedy. How's it going, bro?
It's going, man. I'm happy to be back. I'm sad I missed last week, but yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, you were missed, man. You were missed.
Oh, thanks.
You know, we brought you up a little bit. You know, I'm glad you made it, buddy.
Oh yeah, we love you, man. We love you, man. We do.
Wash this shit.
Oh, wait. Shit, you've been blessed,
This
son.
is a $60 crew neck. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna burn it.
You paid $60 for that?
Yeah.
I hope you got your receipt, kid.
Starting off hot here at In Your House, and like I said, we just want to jump right into it, man. And the biggest news that we really want to talk about, and of course we're gonna talk about the Wednesday Night Wars, because that is the premise of the Thursday Night Podcast. It's become the cornerstone of our Facebook Live podcast, as we always talk about the Wednesday Night Wars. But and we still plan to give it to you, but it's got to take a back seat real quick because me and Hutch
Taking a back seat like AEW did in the ratings this week. Hey-o.
But in all seriousness, man, we've got something real cool to talk about, man, and that's this big show for DCCW. You know, we've been doing commentary, backstage interviews. You know, I've recently debuted as an on-screen character, you know, and it's been great. It's been really great. But now, you know, for, you know, and the circumstances, man, let me just put it out there real quick. You know, I wish the circumstances were different. But I'm glad that this person gets a chance to, you know, get the flowers and still smell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And it's going to be, you know, we talk about, oh, it's a show you can't miss. It's a show you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
But look, y'all, like this is going to be special.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's for a good guy. You know, it's for a great guy.
Yeah.
You know, who unfortunately was injured being selfless, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, and again, I'm not going to get into that, you know, but again, it's, you know, I can't wait for it, man. It's going to be awesome. And we've also got some other things we're going to be doing too, but we can go.
Yes.
I'm not sure how much we're going to divulge here. We can't lay out all the cards, so to speak.
Well, we can't lay them out, but I can give them something, and I think that it's been made clear that your boy, the director, the concept, will be the general manager of this show, one night general manager, and I'm really fucking excited, bro.
Wow. I'm not. Wow. Wait a minute. So if you're going to be doing the general manager role, so like does that make me just like Joey Styles then? Am I running this solo? Like, right? You know what I mean? Like, should I get prepared? Like
Oh no! You're not running solo. You're not running solo. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Well, you know, I kind of, you know, we do have a rhyme and a reason and a scheme for things here.
I know,
Concept,
I know.
as it were. It's an intriguing concept, isn't it?
It is, and of course, Docs is going to be there with you. The
Oh,
return
hell
of
yes,
Docs.
he is.
The
Yes,
return
he
of
is.
Docs, so good on commentary, so
Man,
good.
that is just
Bright
watch out for that kid.
Yeah,
man.
bright future.
Watch out.
And you'll be there, but also we have a special guest commentator for that show.
Yes, we do.
We have a special guest commentator.
Are we going to tell them that?
Oh yes, we're gonna drop that news now, and then later on in the show we're gonna drop both main events.
See, that there, ladies and gentlemen, again, mostly gentlemen, is a hook.
Yes.
That is a hook to keep you guys here with us.
And because your boys here, Khan and Hutch, because we're doing our thing, and real quick, I just gotta say, you know, Terry Coons, he approached me about wanting to do this. Mad respect for Terry Coons, man, for giving that trust, you know what I mean? Because, like, we just show up and do commentary and just have a good time, you know? And when he said that he wanted us to do this, I was like, wow, yes. I mean, like.
Well, and you know, and again, I say, you know, thank you to Terry as well, because, you know, just for the opportunities that we've already been given, and not even necessarily talking about this show, because again, to say that I've done commentary for a wrestling show is insane to me.
Crazy, bro.
I never thought in my life that, you know, here I am, damn near I'm going to hit level 40 next year, you know, and I never thought that this would ever happen. But I've always wanted some part in the game.
Yeah.
But I know full good well it wasn't going to be in the ring. That's not my place.
That's not me, bro.
Now, you need somebody gassed up a little bit, I got you.
Yeah.
But as far as in the ring goes, that's not my place.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of badass talent there, you know, that I'm not coming for that spot.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, yeah, just to have the opportunity, and then for the show. But know this, in your house, you give us the chance, you're not going to regret it. Believe that.
We're going to take that rock and run with it, bro.
And again, you know, I have this little saying that I throw out on the little hashtag, as it were, on the Twitter.
Yep.
Check our resume.
Check our resume, bro.
Because we put in that work.
Yeah.
You know, Khan, me, Drake,
Yep.
Kayla,
Docs,
Majin, Docs,
Jimmy,
everybody.
Everybody, Don P, everybody.
The squad.
The whole squad. And we put in a lot of work just to have these type of opportunities thrown to us. You know what I mean? And it's not like we're not earning it. You know what I mean? Like we've worked with DCCW. I think we came in like 3 or 4 shows in.
Yeah.
And the whole vibe changed.
Right, but see, I'll say this, even like doing what we've done, I mean, I'm just speaking for myself.
Yeah.
I still don't feel like I've earned a damn thing. You know what I mean? Like,
But you're always still paying dues. It's like it's a continuous thing, bro.
and that's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
I don't mean that, coming from a place of bitterness, just like from the fact of like, man, in the whole scheme of things, I ain't done shit.
Right.
But I want to do so much more because just what little I get, I guess you could say like I dip my toe in the game enough.
Yeah.
That I see how addicting that it can be.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody that's out there that's been on that other side is sitting there probably going, yup. They're just going, or they're going, this dude don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But whatever, But again, I do feel like that a little bit. Like when we have people shout us out when we get there.
Yeah, for sure.
We ain't looking for that. We're keeping our heads down to try to get to our spot to get set up, and hopefully not me. Hopefully not falling down in the process. My clumsy ass. Hence why I'm not in the ring. But. Yeah, but back to the show, dude.
It's gonna be huge, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge, and man, we've already been, dropping talent announcements, on the page. Or at least I've been doing it on my personal page, and we'll just name some of them off that's already been announced. One of them is Split Rail,
right.
The Crossroads DCCW, bro.
Right, a monstrosity unto himself, man.
Yes.
Again, the smoke you do not want.
No, not at all, not at all. Another name that's going to be at this show that was recently been announced is the return of Miles Morales. We get to enter the Spider-Verse again, bro.
That's right, the man who the man who looks at gravity and says, well, fuck you, I'm not going to abide by you. So, again, that kid's amazing.
Oh, he's great, he's great. And New Year's Brawl, which is the name of the show, DCCW New Year's Brawl, January 4th at the Muncie Senior Center, 2517 West 8th in Muncie, Indiana, 47302. And that show, it's going to be a little bit more majestic. It's gonna have a king vibe to it because Mitchell Taylor is entering the Brawl, bro.
Oh, fantastic, man. Man, upon hearing that, I don't even know if I'm worthy to be there.
I don't think so either, bro.
That's right, Drake. You're definitely not going to be there. Definitely
I'm
not.
scalping my ticket.
Right, I'll say, yeah, you better flip that to somebody out in the parking lot worth a damn because you ain't gonna be there.
And and man,
I just lay there and fart.
You guys might want to keep your bank accounts tight, keep your wallet tight on you, because we got a street savvy mastermind, the leader of the syndicate. Vinny Vachetti is going to be entering the Brawl.
Vinny Vachetti, I'm telling you, man, I think I said it on commentary. I wouldn't trust that man to take out my trash.
No. No.
Come on now. Like, Vinny, really?
He's a questionable cat, man. You can't trust him.
Man.
You can't trust him.
Man, Sticky Finger Jones, man.
Oh, yes.
He'll take all your ducats.
But one thing that I can trust is that these bad boys are going to come and bring the smoke like they do every single time, and that's Tyler Lydall and Mean Dick Michaels, the original Sins, bro.
Bro, man, again, day one fan.
Yeah.
And that fandom just, continues to grow every time.
Yeah.
Both, in ring and just out of the ring, too, to talk to them. Level-headed guys, they, respect, love for the game.
Yeah, they love it.
And, man, once that bell dings, look out.
Oh.
And talk about, I'll say this, they're a tough match to call.
Oh, man, because you got to keep up, right?
Yes. like I'm getting out like a move that, one of the things that they do, and they've done like 2 or 3 things by the time I get out what they've done. Again, you just got to watch these guys, dude. Like,
They're amazing. They're amazing. And one more name that's already been announced, and he's entering the Brawl. It's Max Sterling, bro. Max Sterling.
Right, that's
We've
right,
seen him
dude.
before. He's been a regular with DCCW, solid hand, man. He's gonna be looking and jockeying for position, at this show. He's gonna want, he wants to get his name in some of that title picture. You know what I mean?
Well,
Whether
yeah.
it be the U.S., the Triple Threat, he might come for the World Heavyweight Championship. My man Sam's not gonna let him do it, but who knows?
Again, that's quite a mountain to climb. But again, we always say that it's all about winning.
It's all about W's.
It's all about those W's. You go out there, you get a decisive, definitive victory, you get noticed.
Yeah.
And then you get noticed, then next thing you know, you get more opportunities because you're earning them.
Yep.
Then you might get a shot at the Sam Knights or what have you. Good luck. But hey, You know,
my man
that's what it's all about. So
it's going to be a great show for a great guy, and I'm just really excited about it, man. You know, I'll go ahead and drop another name here. This name is going to be a Facebook live podcast exclusive. We haven't even dropped it on the page yet.
I don't even know if you dropped it to me.
Nope.
Of course not. You know, it says kayfabe Hutch.
Everybody gets worked, bro.
Everything's at work, brother. I know. Believe me. Check the news yesterday.
And man, so the next name that's going to be coming is a name that we've seen before, and she made a huge impression.
Oh.
And that's IFHY's Alice Crowley.
Wow.
Alice Crowley is entering the Brawl.
That just makes me happy. What can I say?
Yep.
What can I say?
It's gonna be absolutely amazing.
Again, you guys are going to the show, right? I mean, if this is going in your ear holes and you're within the vicinity, or hell, you may want to make a little road trip. It's gonna be worth it. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be worth it. We've got some great talent.
The prices of the tickets are. I'll say what? Do we got prices on?
We do have prices for the tickets.
I should go ahead and tell them that.
$10 general admission, $15 for fronts.
Come on, guys.
You want fronts?
Right, I say, yeah, you want fronts. Come on.
Now, one idea that I wanted to openly talk about the show. We're not giving away all the ideas, but there's one idea that I wanted to openly talk about. Is us at In Your House and our crew. We're going to be giving some of the crowd streamers.
Yeah.
We want to do something completely different. So we're gonna let our fans, the DCCW faithful, feel more a part of the show.
Right.
We're gonna give them an opportunity to throw streamers during the wrestlers' entrances.
Right, and it's a way for, excuse me, if anybody who's like familiar with DCCW, because we got a lot of familiar faces that we see there.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys are listening to us here. And but yeah, to kind of give you a little bit of background on that, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's a way of showing respect.
Yes.
It's another way of clapping, basically.
Yes.
For a talent. And the thing that I dig about it is because I do believe it started in Japan.
Yeah, it's a Japan thing.
It was a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
And then Ring of Honor really comes to mind when I think of that because they do it a lot there.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a way of showing your love for talent, as it were.
And one thing about DCCW is that DCCW is all about respect.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all about respect and competitors that are respect each other's games. They respect each other so much that they push each other.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think that the streamers is a nice touch. I think that nobody really is doing that locally. Mm-hmm. And I want this to be different. You know what I mean? This might possibly be my one and only production.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I want to do it. I want to make sure that I have no regrets. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, when you have an opportunity, I mean, obviously you take it, but we want to make it. Obviously, we want to make it a great show for Mike.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
But we want to make it a great show for anybody who took the time and the money, throw down that $10 or $15 to get that ticket.
Yeah.
To take the time out of their busy life to come hang out with us that night. And not just us. And when I say us, I mean DCCW is a collective, not In Your House, but
DCCW is a family. Bro.
Yeah, we're a squad. We're a family, and we want to put together. We have crazy aspirations. There's so much that I wish we could tell you guys,
but we can't
about what we want to do. But
we have to keep some stuff close to our chest because that's professional wrestling. It's a spectacle. It's fun, bro.
Right. And again, we want that sense of wonder, because what we want is. When a DCCW show ends, we want those people to walk out going, one, oh my God, that was great.
Yeah.
That was like on another level. And two, what's going to happen?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we want to leave, start with like cliffhanger, leave with stuff.
We want to tell stories.
And it's kind of been getting done already.
It's already well on its way. Thanks to, of course, Mike King.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So again, that's something we want to continue with and just, you'll see. Just stay tuned to this because, again, everybody, Terry
all the way down, bro. All the way down.
We are wanting to put together something special
Yeah.
For that's going to have a meteoric impact in the Midwest
for sure,
and just blow up. I mean, we
just want to do something completely different that nobody in this area has ever seen before. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we want to make it our own, and we want to just, at the end of the day, man, really number one priority is put on a great show for Jared because he deserves it. That's my king. And two, just have fun, man. You know?
Yeah. And again, if we're having fun, it's going to make for a fun show because everybody's going to be just that high, that vibe, that just riding cloud nine, as it were.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, join us. I mean, that's all I can say.
Absolutely.
Sip on this Kool-Aid. I say it all the time.
It tastes wonderful, and it's going to taste wonderful.
It tastes like happy. What can I say?
For real, man. And that's absolute facts because we're doing this huge show, and I mean, we're just so happy to do it. We're just so happy to do it. It's a great opportunity, and like I said, there's so many surprises coming up, but that's going to be at the end of the show. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a second to go talk about our great sponsors. When we come back, we're going to get right back to the Wednesday Night Wars. That's NXT versus AEW. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, this is the director, Con House, of In Your House, and this episode is sponsored by Podcorn. Podcorn is a marketplace connecting podcasters to amazing podcast sponsorship opportunities such as host read ads, interview segments, topical discussions, and more. With Podcorn, there is no middleman. Podcasters of all sizes can browse and choose opportunities right on the platform, set their own rates, and collaborate with brands directly without any exclusivities. You never give up any rights to your podcast, and Podcorn is here to support you at every step to ensure you're protected and compensated for the work that you do for brands. The marketplace mission is to give podcasters transparency, creative control, and freedom, and full control of how and when they monetize. So check the show notes on this episode and you will see a link to www.podcorn.com/podcasters. But now it's time to get back to In Your House. Welcome back to In Your House as we are here at Dragon Horde's Coin and Gaming, and you guys know we have a huge event coming up this Saturday. That is the Christmas Clash. You're definitely not going to want to miss this. We're about to do it again. It's a little Super Smash Brothers action, and we love working with Dragon Hordes, and we definitely want to take a second to shout them out. Dragon Hordes is the premier store for Magic and coins in Central Indiana. If you live here in Central Indiana, come check out the store and play some events. If you aren't from here, hit up the Facebook page at Dragon Horde's Coin and Gaming. That's Dragon Horde's Coin, letter in gaming, to contact them about buying your stuff. They're always buying coins, magic cards, silver, and of course gold. And if you don't know how to play the game, they will teach you. They're very open-minded about teaching everybody to play Magic the Gathering. So check it out. Once again, that's Dragon Horde's Coin and Gaming, 2210 South Scatterfield in Anderson, Indiana. And now we are back, and we want to talk some Wednesday Night Wars and AEW. I think they had on another great show, but moment of the night for me went to NXT, man. So why don't you break down AEW a little bit, Hutch?
Well, you know what? I'm actually going to come in here proving, because, I wear their iconography. I've talked them up every week. I want to talk about some stuff that I did not like about AEW last night.
Oof.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. That opening tag match with the Lucha Brothers, Kenny Omega, and Adam Page.
Talk to me about it, bro, because honestly, I was watching the NXT title match at that time.
Right.
So talk to me.
Right. It was a fun match, but there was, 2 or 3, because Drake was riding shotgun with me here while we watched it live, and we didn't click back and forth. We wrote AEW to the end, because that's kind of just what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But there was some very illogical spots in this match. There was a spot where Pentagon Jr., who I love this guy,
love
Sarah,
Pentagon.
all day, right?
Sarah Mero, yeah.
Right. Well, he's doing this to who was it? It was Adam Page. He was in Adam Page's face.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega was right behind him. Why would you logically taunt somebody when the bells are the match had already started? They've already exchanged physicality, and then they went back to this spot to where, and I get it, no fear, whatever. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's no logic. That's no psychology.
Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Yeah.
And it instantly took me right out of the match. Right out of the match, because I'm questioning, why would you turn your back on the opponent? And after you've already gotten into physicality with them, why would you go back to just physically taunting them, especially when you're vulnerable and you're 6?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. So that shit took me right the fuck out. And then there was another spot. What was it? It was a little bit later on. It didn't stick out as much because that's why it's not clicking with me now. It was that chop spot or something, right? They were doing like knife edge chops and like
something happened around the knife edge chop spot where you were pissed.
No, there was that weird knife edge chop spot, and then there was like, it looked like Pentagon went for something, and like they just kind of like stepped to the side, and Pentagon just like flipped up and fell on his face. Like
he was doing a spot that was 2 steps later.
Yeah,
that he was on a different level than where everybody else was.
Right. So that happened, and then I did like the follow up what they're doing with Page and Omega.
Yeah,
I think there could be a cool story there. Fast forward to the end of the show. I've been sipping on this Dark Order Kool-Aid for a minute.
Yeah, I know you
love it. Yeah. And then I thought, oh shit, they're closing the show with them. And Drake, I don't think we noticed this. I noticed this later on Twitter. There was a spot where one of the, what do they call them, creepers? The homies as we call them.
We call them the homies here in your house.
Whereas one of the homies was on top of Dustin Rhodes and was punching him. But the man wasn't even connecting with Dustin's head at all, or his shoulder. He was literally punching air.
I didn't see that.
And
that's sloppy, bro.
God,
that's sloppy.
That's some.
That is, bro. That's really sloppy.
You can't.
And even just to throw in real quick, Majin was even saying, he said it looks rushed, like they were cutting stuff on the fly, and fully agree. Way too much taunting in AEW overall is his opinion.
There you go.
Yeah.
Again, and Majin, check our Facebook page. I wish we could get his voice on our show more.
Yeah, I'd like to have him on the show
but
more.
He's thrown out some excellent points on our Facebook page. So if you haven't thrown a like to our Facebook page,
you got to check it out.
You got to check it out.
He's doing a really good job running that page.
He gives some killer insights, and well, the memes are pretty decent too.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
So,
and shout out to him for making all those graphics for the DCCW.
Yeah,
that's been him. Bro.
I'm glad that.
That's been him.
Yeah, I'll say that's all Majin. So
he's been doing a great job. Shout out to him.
Because Jimmy's like on like a cheese run or something. I think Jimmy's out doing cheese business. We can't talk about that.
He's been eating up too much cheese, and now he's laid up in bed.
Right. Next bowel movement's gonna be square. It's not good. It's not good for Jimmy.
Oh, poor Jimmy. But yeah, I think AEW was. I thought it was a good show, but yeah, like you said, it did have.
It did. It had those spots, but again, it had great stuff too. The Darby Allin, Cody Rhodes,
the Butcher
Blade, the Butcher, the Baker, the Candlestick Maker.
Do not disrespect.
I say that, but you know what? And we're gonna talk about that. Fake mustaches, y'all.
What?
I want them to sell fake mustaches of the Butcher from Buffalo. Because I will wear one of them big old fake mustaches and do that hyper duck walk everywhere I go. Everywhere
they're so different,
go.
Bro.
I love this trio so much. I was telling Drake when we were watching, I'm like, the more I shut, you're visualizing it, aren't you? With the mustache and the walk.
No, it just makes me laugh that you call it the duck walk.
It's the hyper duck walk.
That's goofy.
I like it. It's what it is. Anyway, but yeah, I like this trio a lot. The more I see them, the more I vibe with them.
I like them too, but I guess I kind of had an issue. I don't feel like they should have lost so soon.
Trust me,
I don't feel like they should have lost. That bothered me.
Well, we talked about that last week with this QT Marshall thing.
Yeah.
About how it's like, okay, you're debuting this new team who like came out of the ring, and I'm not trying to be mean because again, I like the team, but majority people didn't know who the hell they were. Nope. Right? Yeah. That crowd was just kind of like, who or what? Dead. You know, and that was kind of awkward. But again, why would you debut a team just to
have them losing their second match.
Right. And I will say they look tough. There was a spot where the Butcher had it was the Butcher who had the clover leaf.
Yeah, that clover leaf. That was a nasty.
And Cody came in and kicked the Butcher right in. I mean, you see the mustache go sideways, right?
Yeah.
And he looked up at him and spat his mouthpiece at him. It was like he was just taunting him to kick him again. And then he picked the dude up from the cloverleaf position into a powerbomb. Again, this team is legit.
Yeah.
They just need to. But AEW's learning from their mistakes.
I know. You're right.
They're still a young team, and
they're still young. They're good, and they lost in their second match. It bothers me, bro.
I know, dude. I know.
I'll say this on that.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Because I think, and it's a huge problem in today's wrestling, and I'll agree with a lot of the old heads with it. I can understand being upset with that. I was like, but Butcher and Blade looked so good out there. They put themselves over so well that they can't take an L.
Yeah.
And then still, keep building that crowd reaction week after week after week. It's like,
he's got
I'm
a
not
point.
saying it's like your thoughts and opinions and feelings on it are wrong.
Yeah,
But it's just like,
it's a
you
good
can
point.
lose and still be
Yeah, you
still go over.
Yeah, you can lose and still look good.
Going
it just personally bothered me.
back to that
I can
spot
understand that, yeah.
where like dude was getting kicked. I mean, and again, those kicks did not look soft.
Oh,
Right.
they
Oh,
were snug,
man.
for sure.
Because that first one was snug, and then like after he was, he kind of shot that look, and Cody's like, all right,
Let's go again.
Bam, and I still think he still held on. Like
Yeah.
he still didn't let that
he
dude
took
go.
the third kick and then he spit the mouthpiece at him.
And which was
Like,
hilarious.
Yeah, so good.
And I love there because like there was a spot too where like dude's mouthpiece came out, and JR was like, "Was that his teeth?" I love JR. No fucks, JR cracks me up. Like there's part of me that thinks he's hammered on commentary. I ain't gonna lie.
Too
like,
many Moscow mules.
I'm telling you, dude. Like the Scouts are slipping him some shots or something. Like,
Oh man. So Cody and Darby Allin go over,
yeah, and it was good.
and it was good.
Ready for Cody and Darby too.
I was gonna say now it's time for them to go at it again.
And like I was telling Drake, I'm like, this is going to be interesting because, like, there was a spot where, like, Darby was in the ring and Cody, like, the crowd was just going ape shit. And big ups to AEW for making Corpus Christi pop.
Oh,
Corpus
man.
Christi is always a fucking dead town.
Bro, anytime WWE's been there, they're always sitting on their hands.
It's like, damn, they pass out Ambien before the show.
Man, for
like,
real.
Like, but not at this show. That crowd came live and made some noise, and I say good on AEW for making that happen.
Right.
And yeah, sure, there were some spots during the match or during the show where like the crowd wasn't as loud, but the moments they were, again, back to Darby and Cody, there was a spot where like Darby was in the ring, crowd was going ape shit, and Cody was just like looking out at the crowd, and you could tell, like I'm sitting there thinking, he's looking at the reaction that Darby's getting right now.
Yeah.
Which made me have a conversation with Drake over here about it's going to be interesting when these two throw down again next year. On what's January 1st?
I think.
Yeah, January 1st.
Ooh, okay, the New Year's show.
Yeah, because I do believe they're doing that match then. It's going to be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to both because, again, they adore Cody.
Yeah.
But they fucking love Darby, too.
Oh, man, they do.
So,
I love Darby.
I do, too. Again,
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
met him
Yeah, that was
outside
awesome,
the
bro.
Indianapolis show just
That was awesome.
totally fucking randomly.
Which was dope.
And wish could have talked to him more. Dude made a fool of himself before I was able to talk to him. We talked about that on a
Yeah,
previous
we sure
episode.
did. Check that on episode one.
seen you at the Starcade.
Nah, bro.
He was like, "You mean Starcast?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know what the fuck that was, but how you doing, man?"
Oh, man. Check out our AEW Indianapolis review. It was another great episode, and we love to do it. That's why you guys love In Your House.
And we love you.
Oh, absolutely.
too.
We love you guys out there in the household. 14 different countries across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana. And, man, I just got to tell you, man, I had 2 MVPs from the AEW show last night.
Oh yeah, who's that?
First one I'm going to give you is one that I feel like is pretty obvious. You know what I mean? And he was actually in Pope's match of the week from Pope's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
So yeah, check that out, y'all.
Yeah,
If you guys
check
ain't hit
that
that.
out. So good. And that episode drops this Saturday. Don't want to miss Pope's point of view. But that's Jungle Boy Jack Perry is my first MVP.
Made.
Yeah.
Kid was made.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling Drake over here. I'm like, this kid, I was like, this is this kid's time.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching this thinking, man, dude's probably nervous. You know what I mean? I can't imagine how that would feel.
But dog, they told the right story for him.
But yeah, and Jericho was brilliant
Yes.
in his part, and God bless Jericho for
He's
being so
amazing.
selfless.
He's so selfless.
He
bro.
is so there because again, dude's made. He's got this ridiculous Tony Khan money, so it's not.
Yeah.
He don't need. He's there to make people.
Bro, he's just basically, he's like, this is going to be a controversial statement, but I'm going to say it.
Uh-oh.
He's kind of the LeBron James of AEW right now. He's making everybody around him just that much better, bro. Because
And that's a sports ball reference for you.
It is. And that's because, man, Jericho is just... everything he's touching is turning to gold, bro. He has got the Midas touch right now, bro. And he's doing it for all the right reasons. Because at the end of the day, years and years down the line, when AEW is a huge brand, like I think we all know that it's going to be, and Jericho is unable to wrestle anymore, and even after the great Chris Jericho is gone, his DNA is still going to be all over AEW.
And can I give Jericho props here?
Yeah.
When he went out and grabbed Justin Roberts and said, I want 5 more minutes.
Yes, that was
And
great.
Justin Roberts was like, okay. And then Jericho slapped him. It's
So
like, why
good.
Jericho have to slap
Why
him?
you slap him, though, bro?
Like, you didn't have to fucking slap him. Like, I know he's kind of got a slappable face.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate. I do, too. Actually, that's why I do an audio podcast, not a video one. This was his fault.
Nah, sorry,
So
bro.
blame him. But anyway, yeah, when Jericho was like, I want 5 minutes. Okay. I can slap him. Like,
Bro,
it's fucking hilarious.
In the 10-minute match, it was just 10 minutes and it was good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Just bite-sized. It was like a bite-sized little bit of just good.
And then and I'm not gonna lie, I'll give it to they got me. AEW got me as a fan because they pulled me from sitting back on the couch to the edge of my seat when they were talking when Jericho did the 5 more minutes thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, holy shit, they may have Jungle Boy go over here.
Yeah.
You know, and I told him, I was like, Corpus Christi would lose their shit
They go nuts, bro.
if they did, but then they ended up losing their shit a different way because again, Jericho's a genius.
Yep.
He's like, oh hell, I'm about to lose. Fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, he just
you
left.
He just pieced out.
He just dipped.
And then he threatened to beat him. He said, Tony Schiavone. He said, shut up, Tony, I'm going to beat your ass. Ski-bone.
Oh, so
Tony
good.
Schiavone like that.
The best part to me, though, is he slapped Justin Roberts for 5 more minutes and didn't even ride out that 5 more minutes.
Right.
he's like, oh, let me slap this dude because I'm about to prove that I can last 5 more minutes.
Right,
and
if
then
I'm
nope.
Justin Roberts, I'm pissed because I'm just like, dude, I just got slapped for 5 more minutes, man. You gonna give us what, a minute and a half, too?
Dog,
About-
that means technically he just got slapped for no reason.
Man, he
Bro.
got slapped for no reason. What's he gonna do about it?
he ain't gonna do nothing,
He
bro.
gonna smile about it.
It's the champion. What's
Right,
he gonna
right.
do?
What you gonna do? He gonna get
Shine
his
his boots. That's what
and
he's
get his
gonna
bubbly
do.
for him.
Man, for real. So
Shit.
now we got to move on to my second MVP of the night of the AEW. And, man, that is the only alien cheeks that I think anybody would clap.
Oh my God.
And that's Chris Statlander, bro. She's amazing. She's so good.
It's a weird fucking gimmick, dude.
It is.
And it's
Are you gonna say what you said on the couch?
no,
What'd you call it?
I called it like an indie show gimmick,
Yep,
dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like straight up. I was just like, this is not a, I'll keep it a stack. I'll say it right now because again, I feel it. It's a, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot it till just now, but, because again, I talk a lot. If you hadn't noticed. Anyway, people's going, God, yes,
Too much.
you talk too much. Anyway, it's a. Again, I love the talent, but to me, it's an indie gimmick. It's not a gimmick that's for a multi-million-dollar worldwide brand.
Yeah.
The talent is. The gimmick isn't. But neither was Dark Order.
Right.
Dark Order, again, I was Dark Order bandwagon rider since pretty much since day one.
Yeah.
But facts are facts. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
It was.
But
But what did you say before? You said it before. They didn't give up
they
on him.
stick with it.
And even if it is, like you said, an indie gimmick, think of a lot of good indie gimmicks that probably would have been really good had they had an AEW production behind them. So I'm not
That's
going
true.
to throw it out the window just yet. I'm going to see where this alien thing goes.
I will too. And if I can say, when I say indie gimmick, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
Right.
You know, it's not like it sounds like a lesser thing, you know, a lesser than comparison, and I guess you could say it kind of is, but I don't mean that in a bad way, because again, I'll take a local, as we said on here before, I'll take a local indie show over a big show.
Yeah.
You know, and that's even saying AEW, as much fun as it was. You know, I mean, I still stand by that. So please, you know, because I know we got a lot of independent wrestling.
We have a lot of
friends.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
friends,
and
people
fans
that work in the business, and fans that like to watch it, that listen.
So again, you know, but please, guys, don't take, you know, ladies and gentlemen, you know, please don't take me wrong when I say that. But again, I feel like that she could be on another level with a better gimmick. Or maybe refine this one and turn it into something. Right. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? But she's now the number one contender, and it's crazy how quick she leapfrogged Britt Baker. Like,
and the match was good.
The match was good.
The match was good.
The match was good. I just think people are starting to see that something's missing with Britt Baker. I think, and that's why
she's been taken out of the oven too soon. Hot Baker. I really wouldn't even try to do that. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, man.
No, I'm not.
But Statlander, man, she just kind of came out of nowhere, and now she's the number one contender. And I mean, Riho has been a good champion, but for me, still, I'm sorry, but Riho is not a believable champion. not with the growing roster, man. You got Awesome Kong on the roster. You got Statlander on the roster. You got Britt Baker on the roster.
Riho's a distant champion. She lives in Japan.
She was in the crowd.
Yeah,
but this is the first time we see Riho on AEW television in what?
Weeks.
2 weeks?
It's been a little
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that. And hell, they even brought it up. Brandy brought it up in one of the Nightmare Collective promos, talking about, you know, well, we haven't seen you here in weeks and all that. So, I mean, it's cool that they're addressing it, which I'm going to get to something else that they address, which is very interesting, too.
Sure.
But yeah, I say, I like I do like Riho. She's grown on me a lot.
Yeah.
I will not disagree with what you said. And I'll go ahead and say they need to get that belt off of her and put it on Chris Statlander. Because she's good.
She's good, yeah.
And they're already setting something up with her and this Nightmare Collective thing, which
they're already
jury's still out on that one. I'm not totally sold on it yet. Brandy seems very scripted.
You think so?
It's one of the few things in AEW that seems scripted, like totally, like the lines were totally. She knows what her lines are.
Yeah.
Because again, I can be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's all subjective, y'all.
Sure.
That's how I'm seeing it.
But I see it too. Is that maybe this is her still? Because remember when she was WWE, what was she, a ring announcer?
Yeah. And she's come a long way.
Yeah, she's come a long way.
And again, I like her.
Yeah.
I do. And I want to like this Nightmare Collective. I want to know who the big dude is.
Yeah.
You know, this rolling with him. This Uncle Fester looking dude.
No doubt.
I don't know who the hell he is. I'm not telling you what, you put the turtleneck on this son bitch, you look like a busted condom. But
oh man. But I want to see where it's going too. But real quick, Drake and Hutch, what were you guys thinking about the main event last night? And then we'll talk a little bit of NXT for a little bit, and then we're gonna release those matches.
Can you remind me what the main event for
This guy.
AEW was? Because I'm stuck over his busted condom. that broke me mentally.
That broke.
It was SCU and Young Bucks for the tag championship.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to start positively or negatively?
Whatever you vibing
Whatever
on,
you
bro.
wanna go with. Let's keep it moving because the place is closing up. But
Darby and I feel like the Darby Cody and whatever their tag match was a little better, but it was wonderful. It was a great way to end the show.
Oh yeah,
I loved it.
It was a good match.
Yeah, it's great.
It was cool that SCU didn't go over, or that SCU went over instead of the Bucks.
Yes, I was happy that happened. I was expecting Bucks to go over, but not. So.
Oh, I totally understand that. What did you think about that?
I thought it was good. Yeah. I thought it was a good way to close the show. I will say that I would have flip-flopped the matches as far as order goes.
Yeah.
And that's the beginning.
Yeah.
I'd have Darby and Cody. I will say, just to touch on what I was going to mention, the Christopher Daniels, they're playing off of the botch.
Right. They're
playing off of the botch and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And AEW mentioned that they were going to own up to it. But
Yeah.
I just want to touch on that. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. And it was a good show, and NXT was a good show too, where we saw we actually got a chance to see Johnny Gargano return, and he came and basically cost Finn Balor the NXT Championship, and I thought it was a good match. Like I said, that's what I was watching, and for me, man, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wasn't like there was a disconnect with me and Balor because there's been a disconnect for me and Balor for a long time, but for even with that, it was a good match, and I enjoyed it. But for me, and I'm bringing it right back around, I said at the very beginning of the show, and now here we are at the end, and I said I had a moment of the night. And the moment of the night for me, without a doubt, hands down, was Rhea Ripley beating Shayna Baszler to become the NXT Women's Champion, and everybody storms the ring, and it was just such a great visual and a great way to end their last show of the year.
Bro, it did make for a very cool visual with everybody in the ring with her at the end.
Yes.
And, everybody's all happy, and... Yeah, man. I mean, it was.
I thought it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a hell of a fight.
Good match.
Shayna's awesome, and now Rhea Ripley and Pete Dunne can go out and get an ice cream cone together and celebrate and
Pete
be
can
happy.
Jump on her back, and
right?
Get a piggyback ride.
If that don't happen again, what are we even doing?
Oh man,
what are we even doing?
And the thing that I will say I like about NXT is, as soon as AEW is over, they go 15 minutes past runtime, NXT does, so I can still catch a good chunk of the main event, which I had a chance to. Once again, it was a great show.
Didn't Nitro used to do that back in the day?
I think so.
How ironic is WWE or that WWE NXT's
right.
Wait, but anyway.
But man, now it's time, the end of the show, where I'm going to announce the co-main events for DCCW New Year's Brawl, January 4th at the Muncie Senior Center. That's 2517 West 8th Street in Muncie, Indiana. And the first main event is this. This is our first co-main event. The DCCW Tag Team Championships will be defended. Oh yeah. So you know what that means. That means Dalton Davis and Jason Levi, the Knockout Society, will be defending at this benefit show against Tyler Lydall, Mean Dick Michaels, the original Sins.
Me as a fan loves it. Me as a commentator's going, oh shit.
That's huge. It's huge,
Real
bro.
talk, man. Oh man.
Those kids are going to tear it up, bro. Those kids are going to tear it the fuck up, bro.
Word.
Yes.
Again, have to mention y'all need to be at this show.
It's a huge show.
This show, though.
Titles on the line. As a matter of fact, there was a chance that this match wasn't going to be for the titles. And as soon as Dalton Davis caught wind that it was going to be a non-title match, he hit me up immediately and said, hey, I want the titles to be on the line.
Fighting champions, bro.
They're fighting champions.
Fighting champions.
And as soon as he said that, we had a little dialogue about it. I came back to him, and I said, hey, kid, title's on the line. Go out there and tear it up. And hopefully you can keep them back in the new wave. But if you can't, remember you asked for this.
Right. Right. You reap what you sow.
Yep. So here's his opportunity. They want to be defending champions. I respect it. This is their chance to go out there and do it. Show them what you got, because the original Sins are going to give them everything.
Absolutely.
We've seen it.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, this is a match you guys are not going to want to miss.
Yeah.
And wow. And Drake, I may need to tag you in on commentary, man. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot to cover.
Oh yeah. And we say it all the time, and you can hear it on when we do commentary. DCCW's tag division is quickly becoming one of the best tag divisions in the state of Indiana. Period. Mm-hmm. I will put them up against anybody.
Word.
I will put these boys up against anybody.
Anybody, anywhere.
Yep.
And I mean, yeah, these are somebody I guarantee you pop them on AEW.
Yep.
They fit in right in. They fit right in just fine.
Yep.
Just fine.
Now it is time for the main event of the evening. We did the co-main event. Now it's time for the big main event.
I ain't gonna lie. I caught wind of this one, y'all.
Oof, man. So at the last show, Pitbull had his opportunity. He had his opportunity, to win the vacated championship, and he came up short. Even with Justin Kyle being thrown in the mix, and my man Sam, we all know there's no secret. I'm his business manager.
Bias Jones.
Hey. Nope, not in this role. Not in the general manager
Yes,
role.
not in the general manager role.
But I am his business manager. I take up everything for Sam. Sam, I would bet the world on Sam Knight. That is my man Sam. That is my man Sam.
Not a bad bet.
It's not a bad bet, bro.
Not a bad bet.
I would put everything behind my man Sam Knight. But he has to defend the championship that night. And his opponent only has 15 minutes to pin or submit him.
Oof.
We're not just handing out opportunities. Pitbull's had his chances to get the championship back at multiple different shows. And I respect Pitbull. I have nothing but respect for that man. He's at every single show, and he's one of the best in the locker room. But he's lost his way.
Yeah.
And I have to show him that we're not going to be giving out opportunities here. So he only has 15 minutes because this is a DCCW heavyweight championship match. And it's a 15-minute time limit. And if it comes to a time limit draw, Sam Knight will retain.
Awesome.
Damn.
That'll be a hell of a match.
That is.
Damn.
That is.
Damn.
That's going to be huge. Guys, you don't want to miss this show.
Get to the show,
You don't
guys.
want to miss this show.
Get to it.
Seriously.
Get to it.
DCCW New Year's Brawl at the Muncie Senior Center. That's 2517 West 8th in Muncie, Indiana. It's going to be huge. We're doing it for all the right reasons for our man Mike King. We hate him and we love him. But with that being said, we took you guys out on a high note, and it is time for us to get out of here. Let Location Jason leave, and that is going to give me the opportunity to throw it to Drake. Go ahead and plug it, bro.
You can catch me on the Twitter. I changed that handle. Finally. You can catch me on Twitter at Drake Reports IYH. And chop it up with me about music, wrestling, memes, bullshit, whatever.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
And now, Hutch, go ahead and plug it, bro.
I had to pull up my Instagram so I made sure I got my name right. Because again, I've been on the Twitter lately.
Yeah,
so.
you've been tweeting, bro.
Yeah, so you can follow me on the Instagrams at Hutch in Your House, and that's spelled just like the name of the show is going inside to your ear holes right now. And you could also follow me on the Twitter, which I am up to 182 people.
You're doing it, bro.
182 y'all, man.
You showed it to me before the show. It's at 181.
I'm followed by John Cena, so
Man,
apparently I must be doing.
By John Cena,
I
bro.
must be doing some shit. And my homie Alexander Hammerstone.
Woo.
He's giving me the motivation, to hit the gym and all that.
MLW star, bro.
Hit the weights, get the tan, eat the
Yeah.
diet.
The
you know
open
what
weight
I mean?
champion, bro.
So yeah, that's right. So anyway, yes, you can follow me on the Twitter at Hutch IYH, or if you look up Mikey Hutch IYH, I'm sure I will pop up on there as well.
Yes.
And you know what I always say on here, regardless of what you cheer, what you boo, whatever brand you want to support, be it WWE, AEW, NXT, Ring of Honor, New Japan, it doesn't matter. We are wrestling, we are Legion, and I don't give a damn if the Dark Order hacked my gimmick. I said it first, I'm taking credit for it, damn it. We are one. Catch you next time.
Absolutely. We are one. One of the great slogans of the In Your House podcast, from the cornerstone of DCCW commentary. And hey, just commentary, period. Mikey Hutch. And guys, this was another great episode. You know we love to give it to you guys, y'all. What do we let it get, y'all? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's that word. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you guys. Check out the Christmas Clash event. We are smashing again here at Dragon Horse, and that's the 21st at 4 p.m. Come check it out and get this work. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a friggin' shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Get this work. Get this shirt. And guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone. Because the household, we still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.